Hi, this is Jason, and today's topic is how to get over a bad breakup. Um, in this video, I have five suggestions that I did in order to get over a bad breakup recently. Um, so I'm gonna start with number one. Do not isolate yourself. Hang out with friends. Hang out with people that will uplift your spirit, and people that will uplift your mood. Don't isolate yourself because that's the worst thing you could possibly do. Everything just gets worse from there. You're going downhill. You start going on Twitter, you start going on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, and you start noticing what people's suggestions are on what a good relationship should be. Relationship goals, and I see these memes all the time, and they just make things worse. Just keep your mind off of social media. Hang out with your friends. Maybe go to a party, go to a bar, play some pool, play some basketball. Those things that you love to do with your friends that is going to keep your mind off of her. Because if you're by yourself, all of your thoughts are going to be towards her, and things just get worse. The deeper you are in it, the worse it is to actually get over that breakup. You might want to find yourself a job, maybe a second job, find a hobby, and do something else that will keep your mind focused on what you're doing and off of her or him or whoever it is that you broke up with. In the process, you might end up finding somebody else that might be worth your time. You might find someone that's prettier. You may find someone that's smarter, has all these traits that are so much better than your ex that you're just kind of like, wow, you kind of thank the Lord that we broke up with her and you ended up meeting her. So you never know, you might find somebody else in the process. Number two, coming up with the hobbies, you might want to build up your confidence. And what I did was, I normally go to the gym, but when me and her broke up, I started focusing even more on the gym, focusing more on my physique and looking better. I might not be, the number. I'm not Nick Jonas or whatever, but I feel confidence in myself. I feel confidence in my body. I'm not ugly either. I have features that other females do like, because she was very pretty. So what makes you think that I can't find somebody just as pretty, right? So build up your confidence. You might want to get yourself a haircut, groom yourself, shave, change your style, get a little preppy, because girls do love men that are preppy, collared shirts and everything, and trust me, they do. And that leads me to number three: know your worth. Find something within you that makes you better than her next. And I'm not saying compete with her next boyfriend or whatever, but something that that wow, it sucks for her that she couldn't. It's just okay. For example, I'm gonna give you an example because it's kind of hard to explain. But I go to college, and I'm not throwing it in anybody's face, but that is something within me that I know that separates me from whoever she may go after. Because I noticed that between our breakups, we would have on and off. She would go after these guys that are not in college. They're not working. They're just pretty much staying in, smoking or whatever. And I know I'm better than that. I'm not a smoker. I know that I don't have tattoos on my neck and all these crazy things. So I pretty much know my worth, and I know that I'm better than them. So if she does get with them, that's a shame, because she lost somebody that could have had a better future with her. And while I was with her, I'm in college and I do dorm, and it's a long distance relationship. It's within like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I have encountered women that are better than her, prettier than her, and being in the relationship with her, I kind of resented towards her. And every single time we break up, I regret it, because like, wow, I could have had a chance with this person, but since I was so focused on the person that I'm with, I kind of just threw them off. And they see that and they go on and find somebody else. So that's one thing. You want to be with somebody that will be a good asset towards your future. Somebody that will encourage you to do better. Somebody that will push you. to go towards your career. It doesn't matter what it is, something that you're focused on. If they're a parasite on your back holding you down, a lot of things are not going to happen in your life. For example, I was with her, we would argue all the time, my grades were going down, and I noticed, I'm like, wow, hold on, every single time me and her argue, my grades would dramatically drop. When I'm single, they go right back up. So right there and then I noticed, like, hold on, something needs to change. So around that time is when I started losing feelings towards her and started gaining more feeling towards my grades and towards my career, because that is what you need to focus on. You need to focus on yourself before you focus on someone else. Don't lose focus on your main goal. And that leads to number 4, don't sleep around. Don't go around having sex with, a rebound or somebody that's just there for the moment or just a temporary person, because what you do is you lose self-respect, you gain a bad reputation, you will be known as a heartbreaker, and eventually you might end up finding somebody that is worth your time, that is pretty, but they might be friends with that one girl you slept around with, and that girl is going to tell her that you're an asshole. That's the last thing you want to be, is an asshole, because once you're known as an asshole, it's very hard to get away from that. So just know that you don't want to, multiply your body count, because you will find somebody that you will have all your focus on, and all it takes is one person to tell them, oh, I had sex with him, and that person could be her best friend, and she's gonna lose focus on you and you're gonna regret it. So don't sleep around, and don't break somebody else's heart. They might like you a lot, and for a fact that you don't like them, and you kind of just throw them to the side, and you're like, oh, I kind of don't want to be with you, and then they start feeling used, and they're gonna hate you, and that's just bad vibes. You really don't want that. And number 5, this is the most important, but you will always have a breakup. You will always have a bad relationship. It's always gonna happen. I'm not saying always, not guaranteed, but usually somewhere in your life you're gonna have a bad breakup, and you're gonna come across another bad breakup. So just know that love is not only once. You will always love somebody. Love will come back eventually. Once you lose focus on that one person, that ex, and you start gaining your focus on somebody else, you will notice that love does come again, and you do become stronger. My first bad breakup, it was devastating. I was like 16, 17 years old, and I'm gonna admit, I did shed a tear here and there, but just know that your second or third, it's not going to be the same. The breakup's not going to be the same. You might look at yourself and be like, you know what? I'm stronger now. So the next one, you just become stronger and stronger and stronger. It's like when you go to the gym, you're tearing up your muscles apart. That's pretty much when you break up with somebody. You're tearing your heart apart. And then within time, your heart starts to heal. Within time, your muscles start to heal. So just know that love does come more than once, and never lose focus, and I'm out.